To give a quick deck tech before we go back to listening to the thing. The list contains 4 escape shifts, only 2 Urza Sagas, because it is a land that dies, so it doesn't have that much synergy with escape shift, although Amulet maxing is pretty important with escape shift, so that's the reasoning. 4 explores, because that synergizes with escape shift, just trying to escape shift people pretty early. Cultivator Colossus, so that escape shift works better if I am facing graveyard hate, potentially. And GSZ wasn't good for me in game 1, it's been good for me in sideboard games, so I like it against Breach with the Ouphe and with 6 against Frog. And if I want to board out Sagas, I have just a wild card in my sideboard that I can use. Alright, now I join with a proper list. I guess I should keep. Turn 3, win. Although this should be an easy win with a hand like this. Maybe they'll prove me wrong somehow with Myco Spawn. Alright. Good job, Saint Nutritious. Opponent's gonna Kozilek's Commando and then they can World Break next turn. Kind of crazy. But if they World Break my Amulet, I want to keep the Crumbling Vestige. Or do I? Lotus Field being in hand is a bit awkward. Alright. So if I get World Broken on Saga, I think I prefer to keep the Vestige in my hand, actually. Is that true? Not necessarily. No, I think I actually don't. Yeah, exactly. As Portable had explained, play Aftermath Analyst into Kozilek's command just to get exiled sounds like a bad idea. Of course, I let my opponent draw a card instead, but which kind of increases the odds that they will world break me, but I think I don't want to play the Analyst. What if we had Dag of Ur read out exclamation mark inverted type messages instead of Brian? Would that make it better, worse, funnier, less funny? What do you think, chat? Dag of Ur. Holy shit. And the Streamlabs thing. I see that I got a tip 2 years ago, which was which said, "Hello, Mr. Streamer. Which deck do you think will stand the test of time and changing meta better? Rakdos Scam or Hammer Time?" O kurka. The complete Morrowind? I never began it. So, you're kinda... didn't really get there. So now this is annoying because Lumra is actually a bad draw. And I can... Lotus Field gives me 5 mana, but I can only get 1 extra land. So now I play the Analista. So while I said it's gonna be an easy win, I didn't mean it like that. It actually seems like a pretty hard win right now. My opponent world breaks me, it's rough. The Kozilek's Commando, the Aftermath Analyst, it's rough. If they Emrakul me, it's probably rough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, but... Well, I guess with a Solan they can Emrakul. Maybe you meant an easy win for Mitarashi, yeah, maybe. Draw Amulet is good, yes. Draw Crumbling Vestige or Bounce Land as well. I guess Bounce Land doesn't do it, but Vestige or Vesuva does. Would you rather buy foil Primeval Titan Old Frame or foil Primeval Titan Secret Lair? Well, a Secret Lair for sure. World broken. Sad. Holy shit, this went south. Ale jestem wypierdolony. Realistic way to win is probably just draw amulets and not play Lotus Field. Bro, just keep a turn 3 win and then your opponent ignores you and you don't win. It's crazy. Dawaj, jeszcze tam łomacza jakiegoś. Oh, everything went like this is such a tantalizing game. I guess technically no need to scoop. Also we got Bojuka Bogged. Dobra, spierdala już tam. Klikasz te swoje komando. Klikaj se, proszę. Holy guacamole. The glorious return of Mr. Beast, yeah. Mr. Beast did what Mr. Beast does best, which is being chill. What do we think of Force of Vigor against Mr. Eldrazi? Barrow downs kinda matters sometimes. Sometimes the only thing they can do that they can Emrakul you, but I think with Mr. Beast and all of that I can withstand that. Let's have Force on the draw and GSZ on the play. Yeah. I've been Collector Ouphe a little bit against Eldrazi. It doesn't really matter. It's not good. They barely ever board in Stone Brains. When I have Cultivator Colossus in the deck, then they actually don't have a name. I mean, I don't know. GSZ is not like super great. Seems fine. I do play top land on turn 1, but I find that acceptable. This deck needs reprint of Scapeshift as instant. Would actually be really nice. The Lotus Field Scapeshift is like naturally drawing Lotus Field and Scapeshift is the only non-board to be significantly worried about. The Exiled, Worldbreaker, Rumble, and District. Very curious. If I draw a bounce land, we are getting there next turn. Oh, 2 Vestiges. One is on 2 Temples. I Spelunk. Should be pretty good for next turn. I don't know how my opponent could stop me, given that a Worldbreaker and Mycospawn don't cut it. You have had all the EOT scape shifts you want to see and some in standard. I promise you I would never end of turn it, I would always do it on my turn. Stone Brain, no dobra. Luzik, co nazwiesz? They named Summoner's Pact. Then I guess it's Takenuma's time to shine, so... Primeval Titan. Very uninspired choice. If they named Lotus Field, I guess, then we're gaming. But still, I get to capture for 4 bounce lands, Mr. Beast. I Stonebrain you. I instantly concede because I can't beat whatever you are doing. Right, Force of Vigor to hit their mana. It works sometimes. It doesn't work against their best draws. It works against their worst draws. Well, I didn't see what we're casting because they've seen my hand with the Stonebrain already, right? So they felt no need to look at it further. Alright, Force of Vigor is not good enough to keep a hand on the back of it. Because this hand doesn't do jack. Otherwise, this looks okay, but lacks a green source. Maybe they'll play a fetch turn 1. Actually, I'll pull back a Titan, I think. No, they fetch. It'd be so much nicer if they fetched. O Jezu, Valakut znowu się dobiera. Oj. Could board out Dryad of Ilysian Growth against Eldrazi's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, fetch, stomping ground. Jak ten Eldrazi deck zapierdala, to jest pogrzane. When I have a good draw out of this. This sprawl again. Did it ever happen to someone they stonebrained something else? I had my Amulet stonebrained once. And then my Saga didn't find an Amulet. That was really good. Might have still won with Spelunking, but seemed solid. Top land maybe not the greatest, but the point is flipping a Stonebrain right now with their Rumble. So maybe they'll spend their mana on that. Guess they read the game Amulet Titan and pick one. Yeah. Amulet Titan? I mean, the name Amulet was actually great, like at that spot. They are Stonebraining, chat. What will they name now? I guess I hope Titans because I don't want to draw on. They name Titan. Hello, Mr. Canister, how are you? I know that I'm not supposed to answer that, so I'll say, hello, Real Common, how are you? GSZ. Ale łapsko. Maybe I should have played a Lotus Field. So they can't wall breaker it. That's like really kind of legit. Yeah, that probably was right. No i tutaj dupa, już przegrywamy. Let's not let them play my turn because then they'll learn to play them better in spots where they actually would have a harder time killing me. So next time I play against Eldrazi, I will simply be on the play. My hand includes many great lands such as Hanweir Battlements, Valakut the Molten Pinnacle, Takenuma. Let's fucking go. Two scape shifts. So far the 4x scape shift plan working insanely well. Dark Slick, is this ad nauseam? No, this is a frog deck, chat. It's a simple frog deck. Don't worry. Cycles pest control. If opponent cycles pest control, do I want to Saga? I probably do still. Could haze a construct, but seems better to just make the mana awkward for them instead of letting them push. They go up to 8. Black land is Takenuma, abandoned Mire. It's good odds that I'll get pest control next turn. Given the recycled one, makes sense they would have another one. So I'm not doing much, but neither is my opponent, so we have a nice battle. How did Legacy go yesterday? 2-2 droppage. Bro, it's literally so hacking pretentious to counterspell. Like, play your own stuff, bro. Instead of just being annoying. I counterspell again. No dobra, kurwa, śmieciu, rozumiem ciebie. Counterspellujesz. If I ever register counterspell in a high-profile tournament or counterspell adjacent cards. Well, I played Swan Song and similar. Hard counters. I played a deck with 3 or 4 main copies of this card. Is it hard? Is it hard enough for you? It was a blue-eyed cycling control deck. 7 plus 9. No set review of Ether Drift cards, but they are all bad. Hope that helps, Bagaman. I don't know what to do. I should play the bounce or save it. Gary Master, this video I linked explains explains everything. Maybe you'll find it nice and helpful. Well, I guess not everything, it's up until MH3, but everything before that. Bell Pierce. Maybe I get Lumra for each. Honestly, seems better than Titan. Can I escape shift? 4 vestiges. So I have 6 mana. If I escape shift, I get 2 mana and I get 4 vestiges. 1 vestige is here, but going deep copies it. It seems right. Because I don't need to sacrifice Lotus Field. Because it's not really in my interest for lands to die. Right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Copy Vestige. Those no amulet escape shifts are always very funny to me. You end up doing something really silly, like getting 4 Crumbling Vestiges. And summon a Lumra to just get more lands. So we can bounce back Takenuma. Let's see how much mana I've got. Next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18. 18. I have to pay 4 for the pact 14. It seems like I grabbed Takenuma. If I grab Takenuma, I can't use it though. Let's grab the Echoing Deeps then. I can bounce Takenuma next turn with whatever. Lumra haters in shambles. Why does Lumra have reach? Well, it's because Lumra is a forest bedding bear. The monsters on Bloomborough are elemental forces. I don't know if that makes much sense, honestly, but I think that's the idea. Well, Learned has reach. Expect them to nerf the Orchulus, but otherwise the attack was pretty poor. No dobra, maybe they didn't know. Maniac Extraction. This game's result filled me with joy. My opponent just played cards, countered my spells, but eventually I finally resolved one and they just died. I didn't even need an amulet. And Sculpture was useful without amulet being involved. Which is why I'll board them out. Somewhere, someone must despair. No amulet, no Titan win, true. They call it Amulet Titan yet. ... Seems like I have one too many cards. Maybe I can consider cutting 1 GSZ or 1 6. Why Seal of Removal over Unsummon? It's because of 6. 6 seals energy, Crumbling Vestige, it makes mana sorcery speed only. Why Unsummon, right? What advantage does Unsummon have? See, you can bring anything up, so maybe it's a Grazer, honestly. It's Pest Control. I guess Pest Control is a bit weaker to rely on Grazer blocking. Somewhere, Urza Saga. So basically on summon you wouldn't play, right? And seal you play for the synergies. Seal is not strong enough on rate. It's strong thanks to synergies. I think I don't want to, because I think I don't want to play the Amulet because the disaster scenario is my opponent playing Consign or Pierce and then Frogging. And if I wait, I can go Amulet, still play Explore and 2 Explosive resolve, so it's much better if my opponent plays a Frog, requires them to force my Amulet then. And if they counter it with a counter spell, that's fine. Okay, they had Consign. If they have a Harbinger, then I guess I'll die then, but if they don't, I get to ramp pretty hard next turn. Fetching a Survey land, puts a card on top. No i dumny jesteś z siebie, frajerze, czy giga dumny? No forest to function, sad. Oculus on top of Harbinger. Then that means we are in a seal or die mode. Most likely die. No kurka. That said, I have to play the seal and then just wait till next turn. Because I can play Titans if they replay. It's gonna be bad. So I can beat a counter spell. But maybe they won't have it. It's not trivial to beat non-counter spell either, but I think it's doable. If they flip a monster with Oculus, it's probably over. Cyclone Nerf is a good sign, also leaves no counterspell mana up. So here is my hope. Sex. And each plonking. Titanos. Okay, so do I haste? Or do I play around a removal spell, shoot the sheriff on the Primeval Titan? Doesn't seem worth it to play around it. I think I need all the help. Maybe I don't. Maybe like I did survive technically. I shoot the sheriff, but now I get Otawara, Grove Chamber. Explore. I shouldn't have anything to interact with it. Explore. Lumra. I can play Lumra. Since he didn't interact with the Titan at all, they should interact with the Lumra. And then I can Lumra and afterwards bounce this still. Just cycle the extra Explore. Bro, Speeding Frog brings me a lot of joy. They had a counterspell manifested. Because you could see the smugness with which that person just jumped the turn 3 Harbinger, but then I played a Lotus Field and Growth Chamber underneath it and ramped anyways, and then top deck the bounce spell to beat their cheese deck. Sand sucks. I keep. Elegant parlor. Mick, elegancia, Francia. Parlorek. Didn't play the Amulet of Vigor because bot said that opponent has last been spotted playing Domain Zoo, but this seems like just a energy. Ajani, Nakal Paria. Kurwa, Nakal Parha. Parhaty. Ajani? Chad, I made a tweet with about a similar joke, I guess. And I was surprised I only got 42 likes because to me it was really funny. So I have a question for you. Native English speakers, I guess, are Americans awake yet? Not necessarily. But native English speakers, is it not funny for you? Because I showed it to my friend and then he said, yeah, it might not be so funny to Americans because for like you it's Aphelia, but for them it's Phelia, it's the Phelia because they named character, so it wouldn't really work. But you do say that you drew a Phelia in your draw step, right? So it still works in that context. British people exist, true. I didn't find it very humorous. Phelia is the more known card, you should put it first, true. But I guess it's a single screenshot because I went to Scryfall and I typed that they are in alphabetical order. So that's what I've seen and I screenshotted this. Library creation. I didn't know that you tracked your likes on Twitter so intensely. No, I just noticed that this one underperformed. That's a good point though. I'll take note of that, Alp. Amulet is insane because it appears to be one of the most legitimately dangerous decks with the potential to giga-fry your brain, but it's exclusively played by literal turbo normies who unironically want to take game actions and basically get one-shotted by it. True. What did you answer on the Bloom exploration poll? I think as the poll maker you don't get to answer, but I was thinking that maybe exploration, but mostly because of the exploration to spelunking line. But both would be pretty great. Could explore and then play this and this, but then I need to sack all my lands, which I don't need to. Boseiju with prison ability and the style they get energy. I was wondering about the same thing and I didn't know, so I didn't Boseiju. I think they do. I can't see why they wouldn't. I voted Bloom because of Eldrazi and Boros. I wanna win on turn 2, not in modo late game. So exploration kills on turn 2 as well, but you need 2 1-tap lands. You go Forest Exploration, Land, Amulet, and then you go Bounce Land. Then you have 6 mana there too. Although, you need an extra untapped land, which is not trivial. Compared to the other hand. Play Hallowed Fountains, probably splashing Consign to Mimeri, which is not great. If I play Consign, then I do want to play the Sweeper, because I think it matches up well against Consign. Tak rozumiecie, layout'e. Everyone voting Bloom is Delulu is a little bit Delulu as well. Because Bloom is Summer Bloom. It would be pretty great. But Exploration works better with Vestiges and Spelunking than Summer Bloom, I think. 2 Flages discarded. Ooh la la. Discharge. I'm thinking of Otawaring Bombardment, which then lets me grab a Lotus Field and a Simic Grove Jumper. Puts me at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Sounds good. No, that doesn't work. They can just shoot it. Why did I think it works? Whoops. So I was just thinking, damn, they like I'll bounce the bombardment because they obviously have to bombardment after they discharge. Holy shit, that was the worst play ever then. It's really bad then. If I come to the UK ever, will you get a roast dinner? I don't know. Will I? That was pretty horrible for me to do, and the flash is a lot of damage next turn. Oj, kurka, rurka. What have I done? Do I survive? Think so. Flash is 12 damage. They add 2 more damage with the Pyromancer. And 2 more damage with the Bombardment. So it's 16, but I have the Grazer to stop 1 or more damages. And then I play Lumra and win. But that was a insanely great Otawara. The charges is fine. Turned out Otawara worked there. Well, a bit. Like, I guess it did make me not die, so it's good for me, but... Is UK food the worst in Europe? Those UK kekonas. Am I right? Choose Boseiju to keep. I keep Boseiju. Yes, chat, defend your UK food. It's actually good. People just don't get it. You don't copy the bounce land? I did not, yeah. Did you want me to copy the bounce land? I'll do it next time for you. You would have copied to pick up T West. Then you would have had a T West. We knew that my opponent's last card was Goblin Bombardment, so getting K for Mirrorpool was also deterministic. Oh Jesus, Ale trigger overload. Quick, let's find Takenuma to pretend that it does something. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. But it's true. Alright, how do we tackle Consign the Memory? Saga matches up kinda badly against Consign anyways. Could add a forest to have more turn 1 green against energy, casting those grazes on turn 1, and then I just add a GSZ. So probably won't cut Mr. Beast if they have Consign, sadly. Lumra I'll keep because Lumra is a bit better against Consign. Maybe not, maybe I play GSZs. And Force Capture is not always the greatest against Consign, but whatever. Let's Escape Shift Max Hard Test. The bear is your new favorite card. Haha. I like the bear as well. Just very, very cool and neat. No need for 2 escape shifts. Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer, no! Yeah, just tell them card names, save scoop, that's always good. Is Mr. Beast back to the deck for good, or did you not find a better card to fill the slot? I like Mr. Beast, so he's back for now. I cannot promise you to never cut Mr. Beast again, but actually, Mr. Beast should also get a rework. That's the wrong account. Because he got a new art. Perhaps timeouting. Yeah, I don't really time out, but it helps if you would like to. It's so that when I have force captured, I want to have a plan for if my opponent Let's say has Graveyard Hate. Well, I guess I'll play the black one over the Artless one. Walk Urka. The land stuck in hand is not as bad and doesn't really happen all that often, but it occasionally happens. The new Mr. Beats. Imagine dying to this guy. I don't think I can realistically beat Consign to Memory, so I will not play around it. Try to think if I can, but not really. If you were playing a bounce land, why not Cave Amulet turn 1? To not let my opponent use sorcery speed interactions such as Static Prison on my Amulet. And also the fact they played it like this, like if they played something slower like in Ajani, then I can just play Explore. But since they played fast, I want to get the Grazer block there. Ragavan. Also I drew the Grazer, right? Which also makes me want to deploy it. Or did I have Grazer in my opening hand? Did I draw both Grazers? Yeah, so I played the Amulet to deploy the Grazers. But I guess I should have played Cave, Amulet, and then Grazer. So that was a mistake. Do we kill now? I sure hope so. Well, now we do for real, but I think even without drawing the Analyst, I escape through with 3 lands, and I get Lotus Field, Bounce Land, TOS, and I play Lotus Field, then I have enough. Ideal scenario for Urza's Cave, you're looping and it works as the looping lands. Guess I'll die to a Throbbing Charm. Is there anything I could do about that? I don't think so. So let's die. It doesn't matter if I get Throbbing Charm, I die. Fair. You got me, bro. What would Aftermath Analyst do? What you're saying is really funny, and I can't really answer. So I guess Mr. Beast helps against Throbbing Charm, and like as I described it. Tapland. The count of opening hand Valakut today is very high. In Amulet you have enough trash lands that you don't actually want to open with. Open your opening hand, see them. That is kind of inevitable that you'll see some, but I mean, Shifting Woodland you have mind. It's 5 lands that you don't really want to draw in your opening hand. Don't really want to draw Vesuva, but you don't mind typically. Second Lotus Field is pretty bad. Oż ty no, Ragawańczyku. Ciągle tylko to jeden Ragawan. Niedobrze. Do I no longer think Vampire's Vengeance is good enough? Well, I think it is good enough, but it is a pain to support 2 splashes, and I was wondering if I can just get by without having those sweepers. A Pyroclasm would be golden here. Jezu, jakie lądy dzisiaj dobierają. Gruul Turf, I needed that. I needed that Gruul Turf, bro. Huh? Kill his own cat? That's crazy. That works. They have nothing. How do I beat Consign if they have Consign? Seems tough. So let's not try. Seems like opponent F6, so. She gets spawned by Manscaped? Why? What if they have Consign, but they don't have Trabentram? They already had the opening to hit the Spelunking, so I think I should start with Analyst. Because if they have a Trabentram now, they just played badly. Yeah, they're pondering using it now. The Consign. Escape maxing. Can you explain harder, Alp? One is paying costs. Pięć, 6, 7, 8, 9. Trzy, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Oh no, the lag. I have 4 minutes. Okay, don't do it to me. Lag, no. I'm grazing. Siedem, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. A, pierdolę. Boomer APM. It's a bit rough, I agree. I did not play the Jeskai Breach Antendancy deck yet. I was planning on doing that, maybe today even. No ty kurwo, no. Zajebana. Can I activate again response? No, I don't know. Helps timing out, as the Vinky said, so this is exactly what we're doing right now. So with almost lethal Valakut trigger us on the stack, we die. RIP! Oh, that's the punishment for the loss. Queuing into a Ruby Storm player. Well, an alleged Ruby Storm player. I guess I'll keep this, but need to draw a Skype Shift. Did like just a few seconds and the lag earlier kinda got me. Mountain surveil, so indeed most likely Storm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Second amulet is pretty good. I fetch Mountain. I play Desperate Ritual, Ral, Monsoon Mage, Pyretic Ritual, Manamorphose, 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 Pass in Flames. Okay, bro, cool. Good for you. Really, that's impressive. Good stuff. Seems like they messed up their order. Manamorphose, Manamorphose? That's not what you're supposed to do. Lost on time. Yes, I did time out last game. Rents resolve, indeed. Resolve it does. Given that I have 2 rituals and a ruby and it's over. Yeah, sure. Given that I have Hanweir Battlements in hand and Tolaria West in my graveyard, do I actually go for Mr. Beast? Or even perhaps Lumra. Is Lumra a guaranteed victory? Because Titan isn't, right? I'll need to put Battlements into play, then Grazer the Turf, and I don't win. If I summon Lumra, it's far from guaranteed because there's no Lotus Field. So I guess it is a job for Mr. Beast, unironically. First whiff, second whiff, third whiff. Holy fuck. I whiffed on all of my draw steps. I could have hasted the Dryad if I stacked the triggers differently, than think of that. Doesn't matter much, most likely, but kind of crazy. Well, I can have Grazer, but I need to hold up Boseiju. That's of higher importance. Do I? Actually, I'm not sure. So maybe I'm better off keeping a boss on my hand because I need to pay for a pack next turn. I need to win next turn, which I'm not even doing. I thought Titan was dead with no ring. It for sure is. Unlucky to quad with. Why don't bounce Boseiju for Ruby? As I said, I need to win next turn. I need to pay for the pact. I do want to have a bounce on my hand to actually have an out of winning if I top deck. My opponent plays a Ruby and combos, then tough luck. They didn't have the Ruby last turn. There's also still a chance they play Ral. And they whiff. In which case I prefer Growth Chamber in my hand. So seems like opponent is just raw dogging it. Should have errata drink to ETB tapped. That's crazy. This is an incredible whiff actually for me, thinking about it. At West, with 2 amulets I can only deal 12 damage. It seems like opponent is trying to combo off the hard way and they just flipped a Reckless Impulse into nothing. Curious. Hello Olsen 1-3. Desperate Ritual, okay. Wish.com. Grape Shot. They actually Grape Shot Mr. Beast. Don't have Delirium, so I can't copy Mr. Beast. What a game. Not Mr. Beast's proudest video. Ménage à trois. God, I love drinking in the park. Same, brother. Do it all again. This is the slowest Storm player versus the slowest Amulet versus the biggest Mr. Beast with. Let's fucking go, Grażynka. Yeah, pierdziu. I do get Delirium now, so Shifting Woodland can hit my opponent, and we at least have a 2-turn clock. Could have gone Boseiju and Amulet EOT for Delirium and Surveil. In Minecraft, maybe. Boseiju only targets stuff your opponent controls, and I run no Surveil land, so there were some obstacles, but if not for that, that would have been fine. What's that, an instant? In Storm? Valakut's Awakening, that probably kills me. Draws 3 cards. For sure they just play. Is he soft now? Chad, I feel like when I play against Storm in leagues, this happens giga often. People just keep random hands, while the challenge Storm opponents, they just always have the nuts on turn 2. First to find Swamp or Mountain. Yeah, pierdziu. I guess they exile a Sacred Foundry. They only have 1 Surveil and a Mountain in the graveyard. Shuffler is rigged in challenges? I think so. That would explain it. Mr. Beast. Not really making a case for his stay this much. Chad, did you know that at the USRC in Portland, which is I guess next weekend, the DFT Ether Drift cards are not legal for the main event, but they are legal for... I'll draw an amulet. They are legal for the LCQs, which is funny. So if you qualify through an LCQ, then with a Ketramos in your deck, what are you gonna do? Ruby Medalion. I nowy medalion rybny. No amulet. Medalion rybny, no tak powiedziałem. Ral. Ral is actually good for me, it means they have less action. Oh, Ral into Glimpse is actually the worst possible for me. But they flip Poetic Ritual and Wish that costs 1 mana, it's like, how bad can it be? Transit Mage looks exactly as people who don't play MTG imagine MTG players to look like. Let's check out Transit Mage. No nie wiem. Not really. It's fat, but it looks kinda cool with a guitar and all. Please tell me your BGM. My BGM. Underworld Breach. Is that the best? That's exactly 95% of my LGS, guitar included. Ral flipped. I sense death. Ral flipped. Some spells. Dobra, idę siku. Może się chłop skombi, a może nie. They actually did win. There's always the minimal argument for Force of Vigor, but this 6 not good enough. To nie było dobra. It's Storm. I need a faster hand than that. No time. This is okay. Sort of. Nie zabijała wcześniej, nie. I just had one amulet on turn 3 and that was it. That was way too little. This would be great as a 6. I would keep Lumra, put back a Titan. As is, I have to make a hard decision. And probably put back the monsters. But Mulgans to 5 as well. But I think if they keep a slower hand, this is also the best. No, actually, this is not good because I don't have an amulet turn 1. No to zjebałem. To trzeba było Lumrę wziąć. Because I shortcutted having this to amulet, which is free mana on turn 2 for this, but I don't, obviously. Whoops. Turn 1 Rot Farm go. I don't like that. Maybe I just go for a turn 4 kill. Dryad is one of the worst draws possible. Daj teraz. Teraz kurwa. No nie, o nie. O nie, we did Rot Farm go, but on turn 2. Ja pierdziu. This is hell. Oj, oj, oj. Well, Werther would stop my spelunking anyway, so it's not like going the saving this Saga would actually help, but it wasn't pleasant. At least the opponent is doing about as much as they did game 1, so maybe there is still a chance. If I draw under Grazer, we don't kill next turn still. Seems impossible to improve my hand, really. Past and Flames in the graveyard. Oral. Seems like that. Manamorphos, okay. I do frequently wonder, how does Storm ever lose? But I also played Rot Farm, Bounce Rot Farm on turn 2, so maybe that's how it beats me. Try it and you'll find out. Yeah, I played Storm and I guess I was losing a bit, so. Your friend couldn't flip it out with 11 spells and he killed himself. That's gruesome. Did villain whiff? No. Not whiff. They are losing flips again and again, but they flipped 3 new spells, so. Lost a flip. Chad, 8 more times. Won the flip. No! Giga unlucky. Giga unlucky. No, ale tam jakiś Bastyn Flames tu jest, to już mnie przekonałeś. So it just matches up kind of well. This ended really nice. And it seemed like I have one GSZ too many when sideboarding against Frog, so. One card too many against Frog, so I could trim the GSZ number 3 for the sweeper and then find the other slot somehow. Force of Negation coming, that's fine. We just cast Explore into Spelunking. So we're kinda not that affected by it. So I actually wouldn't mind if my opponent Force of Negation the Amulet. I think I would force here TBH. I mean, for sure you would consider that if you have played a Force deck, you'd heavily consider forcing here, and it would probably be reasonable for you to force. I'm just saying that I don't really care, from my perspective. From my POV, in fact. Noise resolvable. Bot says that villain played Porous Energy 7 days ago, so. It's fine. It seems like Hallowed Fountain gaming is popular. No need to play the Vestige. Better in my hand. Oh, did something happen? I guess the Eldrazi's happened, so that the Boros gamers become consign gamers. Puts 3 energy counters on Ruiji. Deals 0 to my Dryad. Kills the enchantment. This Dryad has been through a lot. Can I kill? If I Lotus Field, then I go to 5 lands, 4 lands, and I attack and I get Valakut land. I think I can only deal 9 plus 6, putting them to 1. No, I can use Vesilva. That's gonna be plus 3, so that should work. Bear with me, chat. I would go Crumbling Vestige, make red, haste, spend 4 to copy Dryad, attack, fetch, Have 4 lands and play fetch. Vesuva, Valakut. Valakut enters as Gruul Turf, attack. 6 damage, return Vesuva, play Vesuva as Valakut, 6 damage, 6, 6, 6, 18, they die. Yes. Well played, Canister. Thank you, chat. I appreciate your kind words. I could also maybe not Scapeshot Max as hard and just play 3 and not 4. For an extra Saga or GSZ this way. O, to jest notki gówno na ręku. Nie no, zmówmy to, bo to jest żenada. I keep. You get Valakut Vesuva, copy bounce land to 6 them and then play Vesuva with extra land drop to 6 them. Yes. Did I have 4 types in graveyard? Yes. Did I draw a forest this draw step? Sorta. No, my Titan! No, not a Guide of Souls! No, not Ocelot Pride! Rewards could be turned to Blood Moon. I'll be surprised if opponent plays a Blood Moon in their Consigned to Memory Jeskai deck. Do I think energy is more based or more cringe? It's kinda cringe. It's a mid-range deck, like how based could it be? Opponent's charm is throbbing. Maybe they're consigning. Prefer a consign to throbbing. Tearing. Makes sense. No amulet. Need amulet. Sweeper effect would be good. Flying Ocelot Pride? That's too much, man. Is this the soundtrack or am I watching the latest episode? What? Solo leveling anime. No, not watching anime. Takenuma School. So far Takenuma has been useful or relevant 0 times, so it's on its course to extinction. This hand needs to draw something. Like a Grazer. And played a Hallowed Fontana. The second one. White Orchid Phantom. Sure, buddy. Yes, Takenuma Analyst is like Otawara and Lumra, and it's because I play Scape Shift that I want this, allegedly. Play Setup Analyst. They don't even have red mana in play. They went red source flash. It's not the best, but they will not necessarily. Wow, another blue source. Kill Grazer? No, not even kill. Maybe Throbbing Charm. Weird to fly this. Awkward. But also, like, will you ever tap mana now? Well, I will need to tap mana soon. Not yet, though. Did I get unlucky this league, or is it the new technology which was bad? The new technology didn't perform fully well, but I timed out once and I played against Storm once, so I guess it didn't really matter. It was a bit awkward against the Eldrazi gamer, I guess, who was smartly on the play. But I think maybe the fourth scape shift is pushing it a tiny bit, and the Takenuma could be just skipped. So they have the predicted Trap and Charm, which I'm fine with, unless they interact with my analyst. I think I made a mistake though. I should have bounced back the Lotus Field, and then if my opponent does this, I get to Pact for Grazer, put Lotus Field into play, and I get to analyze my graveyard back into play. And then probably I win. Takenuma, Grove Chamber, Lotus Field, Grove Chamber. I actually really win. So, mistake. How come is also Pride attacking? Oh, it gets bumped. Assuredly. Guess it's more benefit to Boseiju land. Okej, ale z Boseiju. Oj, float. No zajebiście, kurwa, floatujesz. Pokazałeś tutaj skilla we floatowaniu opie. If consign energy is popular, then coming back to Mr. Beast is not really any good. I think I threw in that case if they go they were there now. Because instead of winning I lose. Because bouncing back the Lotus Field was actually so much better. You would just be able to ruin the opponent. If I die, barely. Maybe I don't. Point is still casting. I haven't had an energy opponent actually draw a consign yet, but I fear consign all the time. Marvel's League. It was actually minus 200 PPs because at first I joined with a wrong deck. I saved a post board.